Let's talk about school refusal. A lot of parents deal with this at one point or another in their parenting, and I most definitely have as well. So when I ask you these questions, I want you to think about them knowing that this is the process that I went through. How long has the refusal been going on? Can you point to a particular incident either at home or at school that would be contributing to this? How is it affecting the rest of your family life? I think one of the most important things we can do is really get curious about the behavior, where it's coming from, and just how severe it is. These things can take place because of a mental health issue, like your child might be going through some anxiety, perhaps depression. It could be a learning challenge or difference depending on how long it's been going on. There might be a problem. There could be a problem with somebody at school, right? All of these things can be a factor. So depending on how old your son or daughter is that you're dealing with this with, having the conversation is important. And I will tell you that when I was trying to talk with my child about their school refusal, they didn't have an answer for me. They literally couldn't articulate, and it ended up being an anxiety issue. So sometimes our kids can't articulate or don't want to, and it's not because they don't want to help us. It's just that whatever's going on inside of them is just so big. So get curious about what's going on, what's behind the behavior. Instead of getting angry about it, really try and understand what's going on. Second, work with the school. They may have the ability, because they probably deal with this on a regular basis, to give you some ideas and some input and potentially come up with a plan. I worked with my school office when it was me going through it, to be able to get my child into the school building. Also, safe space. Can there be a safe space at school for your child if they're having an issue that they can go to, whether it's the guidance counselor office or the nurse office? What can you put into place with your child that would be a safe space at school if they're feeling overwhelmed, or depending on what the situation is? When you're in the moment of school refusal, like your kid is absolutely refusing to go, really important that you don't get into a power struggle with them, that you validate their feelings. And anytime they will go or do make a positive move, that you praise them for their effort on that. I wouldn't reward them, but I would praise them for their effort, knowing that it's difficult for them for whatever reason right now. And if it continues to go on, do not hesitate to get a evaluation with a mental health professional, which is what I had to do. And it turned out to be, a couple month process, and it was really challenging. So I'm sending you strength. I'm sending you patience, because you will need it. But please don't make things worse by always getting into a power struggle and getting angry about their behavior.